PCOS means infertility. That's the main concern which you have the PCOS. PCOS means obviously immature follicles, lack of ovulation, and irregular periods. I'm Dr. Zishan with you. We are going to dive into a topic that what causes this metabolic syndrome, PCOS or PCOD, and what is its natural root cause cure and how you can benefit from this video. So let's dive in. Number one, when you have PCOS, that means you are having trouble with your follicles to get mature. And if your follicles are not getting mature properly, that means you cannot ovulate. And if you cannot ovulate, that means you cannot conceive. That means your first target should be, whenever you are treating PCOS or PCOD, your first target should be to help your follicles to get mature properly. Second thing, there are a number of symptoms which are associated in PCOS or PCOD that I want you to understand properly. Number one, this is the inflammation of the uterus. It's the inflammation, swelling of the uterus that causes PCOS. That's something new for you, but this is something being discovered around the world through the scientists. And being an advanced level herbalist, I understand this very well. Whenever you have inflammation, microscopic inflammation, that will cause that organ to dysfunction. I mean, that organ will not function properly. And this will lead to a problem with that organ. Now, once we are understanding that this organ is in trouble because of the inflammation, the treatment should be treat that inflammation, treat that swelling, treat that microscopic swelling. That's a root cause treatment, which I want you to pay attention to. There are a couple of things that happen with PCOS. Number one, obviously immature follicles, which we just talked about. Secondly, you also get dysmenorrhea. Not in every case, but in many cases you get dysmenorrhea. That means painful periods. And painful periods are always caused by inflammation, swelling in the uterus. What happens when you have this pain? You go to the gynecologist, you go to the doctor, and they just prescribe you the painkiller. They are not talking about the root cause, that you are having inflammation in the tissues, and treat your inflammations through any reliable way. They will not talk about that. What they'll give you, they will just prescribe you painkillers. You will take the painkiller, you will have a numbness sensation. I mean, you will not be able to feel that pain, but that inflammation will keep on ascending to the point that you will have a lot of symptoms. I'm sure you're getting my point, that if there is inflammation, there is pain, the treatment is not the painkiller, it's the root cause treatment. That's to treat that inflammation which is responsible for this pain. Alongside this inflammation, I mean, when you have the painful periods, you also get painful intercourse. That means the tissues are swollen up. With that, you get vaginal discharge, leukorrhea. It could be any color, milky white to yellowish to greenish discharge. And these symptoms are then connected with the other organs, like liver also kicks in such cases. I mean, there is also a problem with liver, and that will translate into at least two things. Number one, psychologically you will feel irritated, a bad tempered mood, irritated. And on the physical body, you will have cramping or perhaps muscular weakness. Now, this is the liver that requires the treatment when we are treating such a PCOS case. Thirdly, I would say because of liver, you will have bad digestion. It could be bloating after eating. It could be acidity, perhaps lack of appetite. Many things kick in. Now, can you see this is a whole, if you look at the 360 degree of the PCOS, it's not just the uterine problem. It's a problem where you have inflammation in the uterus now, which is spreading in the other organs, causing you problem with the liver, problem with the mood, problem with the muscles, problem with the digestion. And if it goes on, that can cause you migraine, headache, and even joints pain. So when I treat PCOS, I do not just look at the hormone profile or just the ultrasound. Obviously, that's a main parameter we need to look at, but we need to dive in deeply into the case. We need to consider the other organs, and then I come down to a holistic diagnosis that this is the actual problem in this case, and that inflammation, that root cause should be treated through your diet, your exercise, and the advanced level plant-based medicines which we provide around the world after doing a proper consultation. As I'm not in a product selling business, I'm in a business where I have a solution for your disease from a root cause point of view. We need to have a proper consultation, be it in my clinic, which is based in Pakistan and coming soon to Dubai, or we can have an online consultation after having after looking at your reports, your ultrasound, your hormone profile, LFTs, and other tests if required. I need a deep down history to come down to a root cause diagnosis. Another thing now I want you to pick from this video is what are the steps which you need to do at the home to help your PCOS. Since it's inflammation, so first thing you need to do is cut down your sugar, because sugar is the main thing that provokes inflammation. Now in the in the subcontinent, in the यहाँ रुकिएगा, ठीक है, okay, so in नहीं इसको कैसे connect करूँगा, थोड़ा सा पीछे वापस जाता हूँ. Okay, now from this video I want you to take is how you address this PCOS from your home. Number one therapy you need to do is the dietary therapy, and when I'm talking about the diet, that means since it's the inflammation, you need to cut down your sugar. In our culture like Pakistan, India, and even other countries like I've seen many Arabic people, they are prone to have a lot of rice. The wheat or the rice, that's very high in sugar. And if you continue with such sort of diet, obviously you will have inflammation, you will have swelling in the tissues, that's PCOS or the other organs. Now the first thing towards your treatment will be reduce your sugar. For that purpose, I recommend generally take the barley flour. I mean, those people who cannot live without a bread, go to the barley flour, because that has a lower glycemic index, meaning that has lower sugary load in the bread. As for the rice, 1 serving per week, that's fine. 1 serving for wheat, that's fine, but generally you need to stick with the barley flour. And if you have developed proper diabetes, then for few months you need to cut down all kind of grains and just stick to the almond flour with the vegetables and meat. With this diet, with the low carb diet, you need to increase the proteins and you need to increase the intake of healthy minerals. I mean the minerals which you are deficient in, like calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenium, potassium, a lot of list that goes on, that you need to put in the body to reverse your inflammation. So that's the first step which you're going to help yourself by making your diet better to reverse the inflammation from your home. That's the first step. Second step for the treatment of PCOS or PCOD or any inflammatory disorder would be, after the diet, do some gentle exercises that can increase the blood circulation in the affected area. In this case, it's the uterus mainly, so I generally recommend the type of yoga or the Chinese exercises which increase the blood circulation in the uterus organ. That means if we are able to deliver a high output of the blood, that will cause a cleansing there, and that will take away the toxicity from that organs, meaning a high blood circulation because of the exercise to the abdomen will translate into a better delivery of nutrition to the uterus and taking away of the toxin material from the uterus. So you don't need a gym for PCOS, you do not need a gym. You need to increase the pelvic flow. That's what you need to do. You don't need a muscular exercise. Obviously, if you want just for the strengthening purpose, you can do that, but you cannot reverse PCOS because of the gym. Third thing I would say is keep your stress at the minimum level, because if you're highly stressful, that's a cortisol problem, that's going to aggravate the condition. Keep your stress level under control. If you are sick, if you're suffering with PCOS, that's okay, accept that disease, but that does not mean it's incurable. There is cure available in the world. Not only myself, other people are doing it around the world. All we have to do is to look at the case holistically, diagnose the root cause, and then customize the treatment towards your root cause so that you can get rid of this and have a healthy life. And lastly, once you have done all of these things, now you're ready to work with me. No matter wherever you are in the world, let's have a phone or in-clinic consultation. Let me have a look at your hormone profile, your ultrasound, and other tests if required, depending on what we need or what we are suffering with. After having a proper consultation, I'll dig down to the root cause and then I'll customize the treatment. I cannot give one medicine to all patients. No, that's not the treatment. The treatment is understand the root cause and then customize the treatment towards your root cause. And once you receive my medicines, you'll have my phone supervision. Then week by week, you'll start to get better. And within few months period, you should be able to get pregnant most likely, and should be able to get rid of this PCOS in a few months time. Not only PCOS, also with the other symptoms like digestive problem, liver problem, headache, migraine, joints pain. I hope this video is useful. I'll talk about the other things which are helpful in treating PCOS and fertility in the other video. I hope you have liked this. Subscribe to my channel and do share this video to the others. And you can see our website address and the WhatsApp contact detail where you can approach us easily to have a proper consultation, and let me help you, let me walk you through your healing journey. Thank you.